meet me at the corner of Russell and Albina, just about a block from Mississippi Avenue. I'll take you to a house where they hang carpets on the wall, and if we go there on a Sunday, there's a song I'll take you through.
Welcome to Open Mic America. I'm Daphne Ramiel, your MC for today. Robert Edgar is our interviewer and performer. He's doing double duty today. And Laura Bordowitz is our fearless engineer. We have Capo Dave Williams here too, who's the founder of this wonderful show, also the creator and the builder of Dandy Hybrid Guitars, which you'll hear about later. So our mission is to support local open mics and acoustic venues where you can go in person and see songwriters performing their original music. And tonight, thanks to technology, we get to travel all around the country and see those same performers in their own living rooms. Without gimmicks and frills, this is the DNA of American music, a tapestry of story and song that's been weaving us together for generations. Before we introduce each performer today, I just wanted to mention that we have 8 states represented in this show if we include our hosts. We have Connecticut, California, Massachusetts, Maryland, North Carolina, Delaware, Oregon, and Minnesota. So that's pretty amazing just to think that we can travel all around the country like that just in one night, just sitting in one place. So let's start the introductions. We have Tom Maynard from Thompson, Connecticut. We have yours truly, Daphne from Davis, California. Jason Valcourt from Swansea, Massachusetts. Joseph Isaacs from Columbia, Maryland. Robert Edgar from Sunnyvale, California. Mike Simpson from Saratoga, California. Glenn Marshall has not joined us quite yet. He had technical difficulties, but hopefully he'll be popping in as soon as he resolves those. He's from Monroe, North Carolina. And we have Ann Ramsey from Huckesson, I think I said that right, Delaware. So, without further ado, let us start with our first performer, Tom Maynard from Thompson, Connecticut, who likes to play at the Parish Center for the Arts in Westford, Massachusetts, Triple Raven Brewery in Thompson, Connecticut, Ellen Schmidt Open Mic in Boxborough, Massachusetts, and some virtual open mics as well. The Catbird Cafe, Music Matters, and Rosalind Open Mic. Roslyn Dale Open Mic. There we are. Oh my God, that was a mouthful to start out with. Take it away, Tom.
Thanks, Daphne. Yeah, and I think I did that specifically to exercise you a little bit there. I apologize. It's really great to be here, and I want to thank you folks, the Open Mic America folks, for all you do. Because without venues like this, performers like me and the others on the roster tonight, we just sit in our bedrooms and we play, right? I mean, it's really important that we have these kinds of things that we can share our music with others. I have a couple of songs, original songs, that are of the season, and so I'm gonna do those now. So the first one here is one that I wrote a few years ago, but I've been kind of polishing it up a little bit lately. It's called This Christmas Night. night is cold, the wind is free. I hold you close and gaze past the lights of the Christmas tree. Smell of peppermint and pine and gingerbread combine warmly. Through frosty air, snow rides the wind. The distant lights are blurred and obscured as it swirls and spins. And nightly noise of bluster hushed and dimmed. The Christmas tree glistens and shines in the firelight. The winter world outside is quite a sight. The boughs are clothed in powdered snow. The wood fire pops and smokes and glows. I want to share with you this Christmas night. Late at night, the fire dies, the children yawn and rub the sleep out of their eyes. It's off to bed without a bud or wine. We sit before the tired flames. You drowse and stir, then pull me close and call out my name. I feel a love that time just cannot tame. The Christmas tree glistens and shines in the firelight. The winter world outside is quite a sight. The boughs are clothed in powdered snow. The wood fire pops and smokes and glows. I want to share with you this Christmas night. I love to share with you this Christmas night.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Very nice.
Thank you so much. So this one's called Another Noel. There were times I felt alone and felt the fear of the unknown. Friends and family far away, darkness over me lay. Another Noel is what I need. A second coming, the living seed, another Noel. In contemplation, I found a clue, a mystery ancient and yet still new. There is hope, there is joy beyond imaginings of glory. Another Noel, I think I see. There is a manger inside of me. Another Noel. A quiet place to hear the word, a time to listen, my soul is stirred. I will not speak, source is near, the way is clear. Another Noel, the world is in need, a second coming for all to heed. Another is close at hand, and all who listen will understand. Another Noel.
Wow.
Outstanding.
So beautiful.
Thank you.
Wonderful stuff, Tom.
And hello again.
Robert.
Yeah, you set moods for in both of those that are just lovely. They the words seem to just rest their heads on the music there. Very nice. Very nicely played.
Wow. Thank you. That's a great. Can I write that down and put it on my? I'll use it in my my promo stuff.
Oh, do. The quoting of the first Noel within the Noel song that otherwise doesn't repeat the music is nice. It's nice to have those kinds of references and to bring it all in with it. Do you do that on any other songs you've written?
Not really. No. That one was one where I was noodling on the first Noel. my brother and I get together at this time of the year and do instrumental Christmas music and stuff together. He's an awesome guitarist himself, and so when we get together, we do that. We play off of each other, and that was something I was getting ready to play just the first Noel with him, and then all of a sudden this other stuff started to come through, which was seemed to play off of that. So yeah, there are some quotes there, even in the melody of the guitar work around the melody.
Yeah, I heard
as well as that
couple
that,
short quotes
yes.
in the guitar when you began, and then you went away from it, and then you brought it up in the solo.
Right.
Went through it. It's nice. One of my favorite pieces of music is by a guy named Karl-Heinz Stockhausen. He has a musical piece called Hymnen, which is German for anthems, and all of it is a revisiting of national anthems from around the world.
Oh, nice.
And that kind of takes it to her. To do that type of quoting, to make it work, you have to pick the right kind of song. And I think the Christmas song is a perfect one for that, just like an anthem would be, because we know a lot of national anthems, but so many people know the Christmas songs that makes a very warm and personal quote.
Yeah, in that particular case, I was also inspired by Joni Mitchell's "River to Skate Away On." I mean, where she does, I think she's just quotes Jingle Bells in that, but
right.
It's got this cool thing where it's got the Jingle Bells theme, and then it goes into minor on it, and so that kind of thing was also in the back of my mind with this.
Yeah. It's funny because with that type of quote, if someone isn't familiar with your music, all of a sudden they're not just listening, but they're pulling from within themselves. And so it's like having more than one set of ears. You're pulling from within as well as hearing from without, and it's a nice mix the way you've done it. Especially, I think it works very nicely.
Thank you.
So, what are you doing for the holidays this year?
Well, I'm in terms of the music stuff, I have I'm going to be playing on the Nick Noble's holiday show on the 18th, which is I think it's a 7:00. It's his folk revival show, and you know something? I'm blanking on the radio station that he's on.
I see that you've put your website in the chat. And
yes.
And so if anyone is listening and wants to get to perhaps your upcoming shows and that sort of thing, perhaps they can go to that. So if they
TomMaynard.com. Yeah, it's one word, TomMaynard.com. And the homepage, I have my performance schedule listed there. I'm doing a lot of work with the International Singer-Songwriters Association here up in the Northeast corner. They have a chapter up here for Boston Northeast, and they do a lot of songwriter showcases, much like this Open Mic America one, but they're live. I did one this afternoon at the Ship Room in Worcester. There's one coming up next weekend in Northeastern at the Oaks Ames Memorial Hall. So that kind of thing is really cool because it's not, all the pressure isn't on to perform a full set of music. You can, you play a song and then the next person comes in and then the next person, and you do it in the round, and it's and you play off each other. So you hear something that somebody played and you completely change your mind as to what you planned on playing and bring in a different song, and so every set of performances becomes this amazing gestalt kind of thing that I'm very, very pleased with. And those things are going on, into the next year and all too. And I list those on my website. in the performance list.
All right. Nice playing. Thank you for sharing that with us. And I'm sure I'll see you again.
I count on it.
Time.
Thanks,
Take care,
Robert. I
Tom.
appreciate it.
Take care. Thanks.
So, I am going to introduce me. Here we are. I'm sitting in instead of somebody who was not able to perform today because she had a sore throat. And since I was going to be on the show anyway as an MC, Capo Dave asked me if I could play a couple songs, which I said I would. And I am happy to do that. I want to recommend two places for open mics here in Davis, California. That's where I live now. One is called the Performers Circle, and it's a very good listening open mic. And the other one is the Winters Open Mic in Winters, California, which is a nonprofit organization, and they have them outdoors on Main Street in the summer and in the Winters Opera House in the winter. But lately I've only been on Open Mic America for the most part. And thank you that Capo Dave has agreed to let us play heritage songs, what he calls heritage songs. And those are songs that were written before 75 years ago, I think. So this one qualifies. It is from 1912, and it's a Hanukkah song that might sound familiar to a lot of you. It was written in Yiddish in 1912, and then it was translated to Hebrew in 1930, which still qualifies. And since Hanukkah is coming up, and since this was kind of a last minute thing and I had to play something I know, I thought I would share it with you. So here we go. We're going to start in Yiddish. We're going to move to English, and we're going to end up with Hebrew, but it's really all the same song. Oy Chaneke, Ayom Tov Hashem, a lustiger, a freilicher, nito noch a Seine, alle Nacht in Dredlach spielen mir, frische, heiße Latkes essen und a Schirr. Geschwinde sind Kinder, die Chanike lichterlich an. Sogt alle Nisim, Leute Gott, vor die Nisim und Lomir, alle tanzen in Chor. Sogt alle Nisim, Leute Gott, vor die Nisim und Lomir, alle tanzen in Chor. Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Dreidels to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. Yemei Chanukah, Chanukah Mikdashenu, Begilu v'simcha, Memalim et libeinu, Laila v'yom sviv oznenu nisov, Zuv ganiyot nochal nalarot, Ha'iru, Hadliku, Nerot Chanukah rabim, Al hanisim ve'al haniflaot, Asher cholelu המכבים, על הניסים, על הנפלאות אשר חוללו
Lovely.
Yeah, very nice.
Wonderful.
Thank you. Well, here's another song. This one is one that I wrote, but I think they're both similar in a way because they are about lightness, even when it's dark. And the theme of Hanukkah is definitely that. It's strength and light, even in dark times. And this is a song that I wrote for my son when he was just a young boy, and he was sad. I have to tune my guitar. I'm very sorry. I mean, I'm not really sorry because you really don't want to hear it when it's out of tune. Anyway, I wrote this song for my young son when he was sad. And now I would like to dedicate it to my band leader. I'm in a band called According to Bazooka where I play violin. And he always has such an easy come, easy go way of looking at life. And as a matter of fact, the latest song that he has written is called It's Not the End of the World, which I think is a really great song to sing, especially in these times. But anyway, this one is honoring him, and it's called The Sun Will Come Shining on You. So it's a little ditty. As sure as the winter winds wither and die, as sure as the clouds glow across the sky, this moment of darkness shall pass you by, and the sun will come shining on you. The sun will come shining on you. You may think it's not so, but believe me, I know that the sun will come shining on you. I hope I am forgiven on Judgment Day for failing to take all your troubles away. But all I can do now is kiss you and say that the sun will come shining on you. The sun will come shining on you. You may think it's not so, but believe me, I know that the sun will come shining on you. So if ever you find yourself far from me, deep in the heart of a stormy sea, remember my love, that whatever may be, the sun will come shining on you. The sun will come shining on you. You may think it's not so, but believe me, I know that the sun will come shining on you. The sun will come shining on you. The sun will come shining on you.
Beautiful.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Lovely, Daphne.
Thank you. Thank you.
It was lovely.
Thanks.
Such a gentle song. I thought I'd ask you after that, about writing songs, being a songwriter, and having children, and how your songwriting and your children have affected each other or brought out each other or whatnot over the years.
Well, I started writing songs when my youngest son was about 4. So, the other ones were older.
Uh-huh.
And I think I didn't always write about them or for them. It was a way for me to express myself in general, because I was so busy being a mother and a wife and everything, that my songs were not always about that, although I
Sure.
carried them inside me all the time. I think my children enjoyed the fact that I made songs up and played them and sang all the time. But honestly, we could talk about my grandchildren, because
Oh, do.
after a very long dry spell of not writing any songs, and I'm even ashamed to say how long that has been. These are pretty old. I just wasn't inspired anymore. And then when my oldest granddaughter, who is now 3, was 2 years old, they sent me a video of her climbing on her bed with this horrible toy ukulele. And I mean horrible because it sounded horrible. And she was trying desperately to sing and do something with it. And she kept saying, "I wish I could make music. I wish I could make music." And then, like the next day, I suddenly, after years, wrote a song for her about how she can make music. And I did a video and she was in it and it was so much fun. And then I thought that disappeared forever. Like, I'm not inspired. I have no songs. But then my second granddaughter, who is 2 now, just a few months ago, wrote another little song. Her name's Aviva. And the little song she came up with at the dinner table was "Hamburger, Hamburger, Hey." And they sent that to me. And then I wrote a whole song called "Hamburger Hey" for her. And then I produced that as well. So I'm hoping, and now I have one more granddaughter, I'm hoping that my grandchildren will help inspire me to, write more. So, because I don't know what else to do.
So you said that your son has a "It's Not the End of the World" song?
No, that's my band leader. My band leader. I'm in a band. His name is Richard Urbino, and he's a wonderful
Yes.
songwriter. And
Uh-huh.
the latest song that he wrote is "It's Not the End of the World," and it's such a great song. And I like being upbeat even in times where you feel melancholy or frustrated. So
Mm-hmm. Yes, I've heard your band, and it's lovely. It has lots of music going on within it. That has been certainly the case. So for writing for your children, you've done these songs for the very young children as they've grown up.
for the grandchildren, and that's just recent. Yeah.
So have you written for any of your family who are older?
In the past, I've had them in mind as I wrote,
Mhm.
probably. Yes. I haven't performed all those songs, but
Right.
absolutely, absolutely. When you are a songwriter who's really, the juices are flowing, you write about anything, right? So I do have those.
Mhm.
And
That's
yep.
nice. Have you heard them sing them back to you?
Nope.
Oh, gotta
No.
set that up.
No. But they love music, all of them. I can tell by how they educate their own children and how
Uh-huh.
their houses are full of music. So it doesn't need to be my music.
No.
That's perfectly fine. Yeah.
No.
And they got stuck in their heads what I did sing to them. But
Uh-huh.
I'm a music educator for the very young, so most of the songs are not mine. They're,
Uh-huh.
other music.
They come in. Well, they can find them. Those of us who are not distributed throughout the world in large numbers, they can find music that you've shared with them more easily if it's
Right.
someone else's.
Well, yeah. And I've saved all my songs recorded. So one day when they're older, if they want to go find, they want to hear them, they certainly could. There's a couple CDs that they know about, but
They're there.
I don't want to shove
Wait,
my
wait.
music down my own kids' throats. I mean, that's not why I sing, right?
No,
Or
and
perform.
kids may not stick around for that, but they may come back later for something like that.
Right.
All of their own volition just suddenly occur to them. Mom used to write songs, and I think there's something there.
Right. Well, one of my sons said to me that he needs to marry a girl who sings. Because
understand.
otherwise he won't hear, I guess, a female voice around the house or something, and he likes that. So
Yeah,
So he did.
absolutely. Absolutely. Very good. Well, that will bring its own happiness and its own depth.
yes.
Daphne, thank you. And thanks for creating this lovely online sharing that we're all participating in tonight.
Well, it
over
takes
so
a
many
village.
weeks.
Yes.
Mhm. And thank you for that.
Thank you too. And I can't wait to hear you play. And maybe I'll take over introducing our next performer, who is excuse me, I have to look at the list again. Aha! It is Jason Valcourt from Swansea, Massachusetts. Welcome, Jason. And Jason likes to play at Agoro's Pizza in Somerset, Massachusetts, the Rookery in Swansea, and Portside Tavern in Bristol, Rhode Island. And he also likes to go to open mic at Sandy Woods Art Center in Tiverton, I think it's called, unless it's Tiverton, Rhode Island. Stage is all yours, Jason.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here. The short introduction to this next song is that my brother-in-law was showing me around their new property that they had acquired a few years back in a little town called Adams, Oregon, just outside Pendleton, Oregon. And we were in the garage, and he took down a cider press from the shelf, and he kind of took the central piece of that cider press out of the middle, and we were discussing home ownership and all these kinds of things. And he took that centerpiece out, and he looked at it and he said to me, "See, this thing was built to be repaired." And it fit really well being a new home owner and learning that nowadays most things are built to break. And it's nice to think about things that are built to be repaired. So over time I built a little song around that singular idea, and here you go. This is Built to be Repaired. Big Joe, little bitty Amy got a house right out of town. Gave good thanks to the little apartment, laid their money down. She got plans, gonna get her hands on everything she sees. He got eyes for that old garage, you know it's straight from a dream. They had a whole lot of fun in the summer sun, watching grasses turn to hay. Took that old shotgun to the new alarm clock, laid it in its grave. Spent time running around the creek feeling like they were 16. Fell down laughing, trying to get the swing around the branch of that oak tree. Well, I know your weaknesses, you know my secrets, and I'm sure we'll find more along the way. Well, I love the way you look in the morning, when the early light comes streaming soft across my plate. And I wanna swing you down a moonlit country road. Our love was built to be repaired in a world surely built to break. the sun comes up, you can't stay long, 'cause the rooster calls your name. Looks like they're gonna have to start a farm, getting 2 dozen eggs a day. Well, on the first big storm, they got real cozy, watching rain and thunder roll. Watch that weather vane spin do-si-do at least 1,000,000 times or more. Well, I know your weaknesses, you know my secrets, and I'm sure we'll find more along the way. Well, I love the way you look in the morning, when the early light comes streaming soft across my plate. And I wanna swing you down a moonlit country road. Our love was built to be repaired in a world surely built to break. Now when the sun goes down, you can't hear nothing less the coyotes come to call. From a blanket laid way up on the hill, you can see 1,000,000,000 stars. They got high on the yellow moon and they haven't yet come down. Saturdays they take a slow ride on the back roads in the town. But I know your weaknesses and you know my secrets, and I'm sure we'll find more along the way. I love the way you look in the morning, when the early light comes streaming soft across my plate. And I wanna swing you down a moonlit country road. Our love is built to be repaired in a world surely built to. I love the way you look in the morning, when the early light comes streaming soft across my plate. And I wanna swing you down a moonlit country road. Our love was built to be repaired in a world surely built to break. Surely built to break. Big Joe, little bit of Amy, got a house right out of town. Couple of dogs roaming around the yard, you know it's time to settle down.
Ooh, that was great.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thanks so much. It's a really fun song to write. All right, so this next song is sort of a work in progress. I've been massaging the lyrics a little bit, and this is the latest version of it. This is a fiction. This is not my personal story. I think of it as sort of setting the stage for a movie, or a little vignette of a movie, I suppose, where hopefully you get a sense of these characters, some of the hopefulness inside of it, and I'll call it Home to Stay. Her head on my shoulder, she whispers, let's fly away. Blue light from the TV screen dances on the wall. Before I can answer, she falls asleep in my arms. In the house that we were, someday I will take you home, to a place we can call our own. I'm gonna do that first verse again because the tag on the end of it matters to the song, so I'm just gonna do that again. Her head on my shoulder, she whispers, let's fly away. Blue light from the TV screen dances on the wall. Before I can answer, she falls asleep in my arms. and I whisper someday I will take you home to a place we can call our own. Ain't no better sound than her laughing so easily. I daydream of her hair blowing round, walking across the lawn, where we love and we laugh and we cry, and we wake in the eyes of a child, and we take each and every day one by one, in a place we can call our own. We head out on a weekend sometimes just to get away. Now get us a full tank of gas, we'll see how long it lasts out on the highway. Go get lost for a moment or two. Now sometimes you know it's true. We go running around, but we don't run away. We come home someday. We live off of memories and dream of much brighter days. I tell her bad jokes when she's down till her eyes sparkle like the sun as it rises so soft and so sweet on a day when we both get to dream, and we keep our eyes upon the prize of a home, place we can call our own. We head out on a weekend sometimes just to get away. Now get us a full tank of gas, we'll see how long it lasts out on the highway. Go get lost for a moment or two. Now sometimes you know it's true. We go running around, we don't run away. We'll come home someday. We head out on a weekend sometimes just to get away. Now get us a full tank of gas, we'll see how long it lasts out on the highway. Go get lost for a moment or two. Now sometimes you know it's true. We go running around, but we don't run away. We'll come home someday. We won't run away. We don't run away. No, we won't run away.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Beautiful.
Nice.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. Those were just masterful. Two very nice songs. That's
Thank you.
That's really nice. Is this the first time you've been on Open Mic America?
Yes. Yes, I was invited by my friend Diane Bettistello. Hi, Diane, if you're there.
Lovely. Tell us all a little about yourself and your songwriting, if you would be so kind.
Oh, I guess I have to a little bit about myself. Lately, I find that I like character sketches in a sense more than I kind of write like my sadness or my that I used to do when I was younger. He's like, if I'm sad, I wrote a sad song. If I was happy, I wrote a happy song, and those kind of do happen where I want to evoke or invent my own stories and stuff. But I really haven't been enjoying kind of character sketches, sort of thinking about it in a cinematic way. And that's been a nice little transformation for me where I've come up with, I don't know, some vignettes of these character sketches that I find it's nice to write a fiction that has truths woven into it, you know. The truths come in the expression or the relatability of such a character or the phrases. And that's been quite nice in recent years.
Yeah, the truths, for instance, built to be repaired, while the world is built to break. I think that's great. It's something that you catch every now and then during the day, and you go, oh wait, let me set this down and what's the context that will explain or illustrate how this phrase
Yeah.
would come about or where it would fit.
And it's nice to find a phrase like that that really has layers to it. I feel very lucky and fortunate to have captured that one
Yeah.
in the moment because it actually moved me in the moment, and I captured the phrase and it worked really well. It's always on the lookout for phrases, as probably everybody here, all the artists here. I mean, I have notes and notes upon just song title ideas, you know, and you're always looking for those great layered phrases, and I felt that one really worked for me.
Absolutely. The other and the second one, you have the kind of home to stay, but it starts with let's be nice to travel. But you say, yeah, it'd be nice to travel. It would be nice to sometime I'll take you home to stay, which is lovely because it's multi-layered and also usually from where you start, you leave home and then come back. But no, I'll take you sometime home to stay, which is a lovely turn of that phrase and that idea.
Thanks. Yeah, you know, it is. I'm trying to tell that story there. It's still evolving a little bit, but that's you're capturing what it is. Hopefully, the characters came across well, and it's like maybe youngsters are dreaming of owning a home, and you know, sure they go out and they kind of like you know blow money or you know like party or whatever they do, but they're gonna come home someday. You know, they're not going nuts and like wasting their time. They're eventually going to accomplish their dream, is what it's setting out to be. But I will say, and this is just coming to me now because it's in the back of my mind, the inception of that song is actually the inception of this song in the previous iteration was sort of an allegory toward childhood. And the song launched from this idea of kind of at some point we all maybe kind of feel like, oh, we wish to recapture that childhood innocence and lightness and joy. And the home in the song started off with, in my mind at least, coming through this storytelling, it's an allegory for, you know, someday we'll come home to maybe that innocence or the sense of peace and order that we can recapture inside of us. So that it's not evident in the song, and I don't know if I'd tell any audience this, but you know, that's kind of one of the launching parts of that for me.
Uh-huh. What I liked about it, or one aspect of it that I liked, by the way, your right hand work on your guitar is wonderful. Also,
Thank you.
But one other thing that I liked about that was, for me, and writing, and also as I get older, the sense of coming home tends to meld with the sense of where am I ending up, and that the home where you end up is something that you might have built throughout your life and didn't exist when you first left a home, your initial home.
Yeah, I like that.
and that it can be a beautiful home in the end.
Yeah.
But it's best if you've done a lot of work along the way so that you have a nest into which you may rest. And that's part of what I got out of the way that your song was delivered. So it's another aspect or another reading that could happen there with a poetic text like you have.
I love it. I'm glad that came through. And
Well,
for
I was
your
going
own
to say we're always listening for those types of ideas, right? As songwriters. So,
absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, thank you very much. I hope you come back, and I'll look forward. Did you put your a website or something in the chat?
Not in the chat, but it's my name, jasonvalcourt.com is my website, and I put my gigs there, and mostly southeastern Massachusetts.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. I look forward to hearing you again.
Thanks so much, Robert. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Jason. Welcome to Open Mic America. I'm so glad that Diane found you and brought you to us. That's wonderful. I think your website must be on the YouTube video description if you gave it to us. I'll make sure that it is. Anyway, you could send it to me as a host and I'll make sure that it gets in there. Anyway, let's go on with the show. Next performer we have is someone who has been here before and we love him. It is Joseph Isaacs from, oh, sorry, it's not. It's, yes, it is. It's Joseph Isaacs from Columbia, Maryland. That's who I was thinking. And he runs the Music Matters Showcase on Zoom. There's a couple people who said the Music Matters Showcase is one of their favorite open mics. And he also recommends Rob's open mic on Mondays. And I assume that's in Maryland. Okay, so Joseph, take it away. There we go.
Hi. Yeah, Rob's Open Mic's a virtual one. They can find it online. And the Music Matters Showcase is a virtual as well. So if people are interested in performing it, they can contact me. Thank you so much for having me. I think, wow, that was some incredible music here. But I like following hard acts because it sets a high bar for me. So. What if I were to hit the wrong note? Would you walk out on me? What if I were to forget my lyrics? Would you throw things at me? Truth is, how would you even know if I hit the wrong note? I might just be doing some experimental thing. How would you even know if I forgot my lyrics? I might just be doing some shoo-bop-da-bop-da-bop type thing. What if happiness had been here all the time? What if happiness wasn't the latest new design? What if happiness wasn't a treasure you had to find? What if happiness just been here all the time? Like the fish discovering the ocean, like the stars discovering the night, like me discovering that actually I'm alright. I know I don't always do things perfectly, but you know what, that's perfectly alright with me. You see, I'm imperfectly happy. So perhaps the best thing I can do is just role model, portray a man out at open mic America having a good time. Watch the way I curl my lips. It's what those in the scientific community technically refer to as a smile. What if happiness had been here all the time? What if happiness wasn't a mountain you had to climb? What if happiness wasn't a special for $39.99? What if happiness just been here all the time? If only I would never say if only. If only I would just be right here, right now. 'Cause I got everything I need. I got everything I need.
Bravo.
Thank you. And I do. Thanks. I'm a lucky guy and lucky to be here and lucky to have this moment in time. And I'm gonna do, I think, well, you had it, I think I gotta balance you out, right? So I gave you happiness. This is one just about how, well, I'll let you interpret it yourself. Rome is burning. Everybody's watching reality TV. Rome is burning. Everyone's playing virtual reality, and nobody knows what's real. Am I real? Nobody knows what's real. I don't know how we quit smoking, but somehow we did. I don't know how we quit choking, but we did. Hope is the slimmest candle, dangling in the corner of the room. Hope is the slimmest candle. Do we burn through it too soon? Nobody knows what's real. Are you real?
sun is setting on the British Empire. Even the sun itself won't last forever. The sun is setting on the British Empire. Even the sun itself won't last forever. I know everything is temporary. Still, do we need to burn through it this quick? I know everything is temporary, she said. Can I get another fix? And she don't know it's real anymore. And I don't know what's real. Is this real? Is this real? Am I real? You are real. You are real. Oh yeah.
Wonderful.
Well, we're virtual, but we're real.
Well, maybe. I'll prove it. Yeah, it's a weird world.
Oh yeah, and you know, that's part of what's good about it, right? It's weird.
That's true.
The yeah, imperfectly happy and real are it's like you got something in each pocket there. When you're speaking, there seems to be one way to look at it would be authentic. Are you authentic? The other is something manifest. Has something come about that that is real through its happening. It's
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to look at that one. I kind of didn't want to introduce it because I was kind of, like sort of curious where different people take it. I mean, obviously there's themes of civilizational decline in there, and there's some, but there's but part of that is just that we're so lost, that we're so we live in this weird age. I'm a teacher, and like I have like one of my groups is I teach English as a second language to kindergarten through fifth graders, and one of my students who barely speaks any English, I was teaching them some reading skills, and we had this old book, just a normal reading book with pictures of these bears like on the water, and like there was a thin amount of water, and like this little girl who like barely knows any English was like, "That's AI." And like she's like, it could have been, like it wasn't because it was like an old book, so it was like before AI, but it could have been, and it's just getting harder and harder really to know what is real. So it's just kind of always been a thing. Like I remember even as a little kid, like wondering, am I real? And we don't have like a really good picture of like the big scheme of things and how everything's set up, and like like I kind of always think about like what does my dog understand of the universe, as a pretty limited understanding, and I also only have a certain number of senses and a certain perspective, and there's probably a lot I don't understand. So in a larger sense, like what is reality? I mean, it's just I kind of a lot of my songs are about all the things I don't know, because I guess that's kind of where I'm fascinated with, just that where there is so much mystery.
Yeah, that's a great place to be able to maintain yourself and your focus on that. that area in which you're not sure. There's the area that you already know. So,
Right.
and there's the area that you're not even sensitive to. Whatever's going on, you don't even pick it up. And then there's what's called the zone of proximal development. And you may know that being a teacher.
Absolutely.
And that's always where I've tried to maintain myself, try to find that. And the other thing that you remind me of is that it seemed to me for many years now that the 1960s and a lot of the 20th century was about developing meaning, and where we find ourselves right now in the 21st century is a crisis in developing reality or verification. Because with AI, with authoritarianism, with so much that has come out now, the idea of what is real is a desperation that we need to solve, because we're losing the grid that we used to be able to measure things against.
Yeah, I feel like part of what I like to do as a songwriter is kind of pull the blanket off and reveal what's behind the curtains, because like I guess in Wizard of Oz a little bit or something, like because I feel like so many people just sort of pretend to know everything and pretend to have all the answers, and they wear like uniforms, or they pretend they're civilization, and we're civilization and these other people are not civilization. And like I think that there's just like I like to deconstruct stuff like that, like, and say, hey, well, how much do you really know? Like, and like, how much can you really be sure of that? And are you sure you're the good guy? Like, you say you're the good guy, and that kind of makes me doubt you are. So like that type of thing. So yeah, I guess that's where I'm kind of at as a songwriter. I kind of like to lurk in the shadows a little bit at the edges and poke at things.
Yeah. Well, it's something, of course, the deconstructionists that we've read are asking that about their own writing. Am I real? Is this writing real? And in what way isn't it? And just as we've been talking, finding ourselves, finding our way into that edge, and exploring it. And we can only explore it to the extent that we find ourselves there and put ourselves there, and then try to make out where we are. So, hey, it's important stuff. Please continue doing this, because
thank you very much.
It's going to be a while before we have a grid that's set up that we can trust for a while. Because I sure don't trust the ones that we're handed right now. Hey,
that's very true.
Thanks a lot. I look forward to another session, Joseph. Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. Always a treat to be here. I really thank you guys all for all the hard work and love that goes into this. This is a great musical community and well needed. So thank you.
Thanks.
Yes, thank you. You always bring something new and food for thought, Joseph. So that was great. But now we're going to take just a moment, and we have a mid-show break, and it is all about free guitars. Did someone say free guitars? Yes, I did. Everyone who's on the show, performers, volunteers, hosts, they get a little ticket in Capo Dave's fishbowl for the annual drawing for one of his Dandy hybrid guitars. So what's a Dandy hybrid? It's an acoustic guitar, unique in design, that projects its distinctive sound at considerably higher volume than most flat top guitars. Whether it's at an open mic, a circle jam, a campfire, an open boxcar, and a moving train, a Dandy hybrid delivers. So we are going to let Capo Dave himself talk about the Dandy for a few minutes before we go to our next performer.
Just a few minutes? Is that
You
it?
have, no. You have as long
Thanks,
as you
Daphne.
want.
Thanks, Daphne. I'm seeing some fantastic musicianship tonight. What amazing musicians we have on this show. Lately, the shows just seem to get better and better. And yeah, we're giving this dandy guitar away on the 21st of December. Be my pleasure, and we're gonna pick a winner out. And of course, second and third prize there'll be the steak knives, like last year. And but a little bit about I get to make a dandy guitar commercial. It's pretty cool, actually. I call them dandy hybrid guitars, and there's a good reason to say that. There are three things that make a dandy a hybrid guitar, and they really change the nature and power of the guitar significantly. The first thing is the soundboard, the top or soundboard. Soundboard on normal flat top guitars, it's not flat, it's in a dome, and the dome has a radius of 30 feet. Dandy guitar's dome is 16-foot radius, so it's a more rounded dome. That's number one. Number two is the dandy guitar has a floating fingerboard. The fingerboard tongue does not touch the body, so the body has more of an opportunity to vibrate without the damping effect of that piece of wood. So those two things bring about the dandy's power and its tone. Its tone is it's very, very strong in the mid-range and high end. Also strong in low end, but its mids are especially strong. The third thing is the dandy guitar has 0 fret. It doesn't have a nut. It has a 0 fret, and above the fret is a string guide. So the intonation at the top of the guitar is always perfect, and the playing height is as low as it would ever be if you had a capo on. So those are the three things that really set the guitar apart. This is number 41. I'm building number 45 right now. And it will be a great pleasure to listen to Mike Simpson and Robert Edgar tonight. Both are going to play dandy guitars, and it's really like a dream come true to have musicians that good playing these guitars. I really appreciate it. Anyway, that's all I have. So on with the show. It's a great show so far. I know the rest of it's going to be great also. So back to you, Daphne.
There we go. Now I can be heard. So thanks, Dave, for that explanation. And thank you for having this drawing. I believe that December 21st is the next show, right? So we are going to have to spread the word that people should come watch it and see what happens. Anyway, on with the show, like Capo Dave said. And next we have our interviewer turned performer, Robert Edgar from Sunnyvale, California. Okay, Robert, it's all you.
Well, thanks. And this is quite a wonderful set of songs tonight and performers. I'm very happy to be here along with you, and I hope these will amuse. And I will. I just spent a week in Phoenix with my brother-in-law and my sister and family. And my brother-in-law, who taught me how to play guitar and fingerstyle back when I was 12 years old, we got to play together. It's always wonderful to do that. And he gave me a mandolin, which I have here. And I wrote a song for mandolin many years ago, and I will present it here. This is a song called Existence. I'm distracted by this pithy tune, scribbled on a paper sack. Used a pen without a cap. Wrote it to sing when night gets too long. Imagine that I toss a fist of rice and sulfur in a cloud. There we watch as it exists, as though by creation kissed. The slightest things, the shortest life, unfocused edge of shadow glanced, the sweet smell of a maple door, a star's reflection on the floor, this handful of all things and their radiance, how we sense of the presence of existence. I'm distracted by this pithy tune, scribbled on a paper scrap. Used a pen without a cap. Wrote it to sing when night gets too long. How we sense the presence of existence.
Very nice.
Bravo.
I hope that came through okay.
It did.
Now this is another song in its own way about existence, I guess. I grew up, as some of you know who know me, on an island, and for years and years spent my time on the beach, surfing and swimming and all sorts of things, illicit and otherwise. And I'd see throughout the year, throughout the days, big cakes of seaweed come in, and there are things that live in the seaweed, and the seaweed come in, and in a few days it would be gone. Where'd it go? Onto the sand, up to the plants that are already there on the beach. And I ended up writing this song, which it seems to me is almost a song that positions a Christ as seaweed coming up onto the land. And so this is called Emigre. It drifted for months before it was shipwrecked, forsaken a city that it had sustained. Its leaves desiccate in the raw, salty sunlight when a new moon arrived. Nothing corporal remained. No heavy-jawed farmer had seeded the seascape, stretching its acres of Tennessee bluegrass, pastures swaying on the ocean range floor, exposing those currents that silently pass. for months before it was shipwrecked, forsaken a city that it had sustained. Its leaves desiccate in the raw salty sunlight. When a new moon arrived, nothing corporal remained. Fishing crustaceans in a transient hotel, turquoise baskets toting stowaway treasure from the Florida coastline northbound past Britain. There is no squandering, there is no measure. Ah, the Greeks had it right. There are gods to be found in the waters and forests and the woods where they're bound. The words where they're bound. I've seen 'em arriving year after year, message bowls floating toward barnacled docks, carrying cargo of stray ocean drifters, unaddressed packages stamped on the rock. The sandspurs observe this transfiguration on the striking corpse of this emigrant. The sea grape's petals desecrate its arrival. The sacraments sipped through its roots on this day. It drifted for months before it was shipwrecked, forsaken a city that it had sustained. Its years desiccate in the raw, salty sunlight. When a new moon arrived, nothing corporal remained.
Very nice.
Oh my.
Thank you very much.
Well, hello again, Robert. Thank you for sharing all that with us. And thank you for all your interviews, too.
Oh, absolutely. What a gift.
Yeah.
What a gift they are to me.
Well, your songs always are so head spinning and mind bending with so much food for thought in terms of the lyrics. But first, I want to ask you about existence. So, I'm going to ask you. I'm not going to ask you about existence, but about the song existence. So you always have thought-provoking and philosophical topics, or largely, I would say, when you share your songs, but usually they're not as snappy in their feel. They're more serious sounding. But this one sounded kind of, even though it was a serious song, it sounded more snappy than normal. And I was wondering if it's the mandolin that does that inspire how you write the song? Does the instrument that you're holding change the song that you write or direct it?
Yeah, I'd say absolutely it does. The part of the snap in existence in that song is that the mandolin has almost no sustain. You can hear Dave's wonderful double aught that I was playing the guitar has this just beautiful sustain that goes on, but with the mandolin, it's right there and then it's gone, and so it does absolutely give it a choppier feel. You can double pick and get a sustain from it, or turn it into a violin and play it with a bow. But I think that's very true.
It was really beautiful. It was just very different. And now, is that? I mean, it's a new instrument for you, this particular one. But have you played mandolin in the past?
Yes, for a while in the late 20th century, I played around the Bay Area with a bluegrass group, and so I was traveling a lot, and I bought a mandolin so that I could put it in the overhead and take it with me when I travel and play in hotel rooms. So I learned a lot of, or at least several, bluegrass pieces, old fiddle tunes and such, and at that time.
So, but I've never seen you play one before. Is that something, that you're reviving now that you have this new instrument, or?
Well, that's what had me. Actually, I was thinking of playing this song on here for several months, and the mandolin that I had broke a string a little while ago, and I wasn't really happy with it. But with a new mandolin, I kind of I needed to do that. And I love this song, by the way. Of those songs I've written, I'm very happy with it. I'm always happy when I play it well enough to have it come across. So I hope I did that tonight.
Oh, yes, of course. Well, thank you for talking about that, because that was something new for you. So you not only did you play in a bluegrass band, but you played with Indian, you played music from Southeast Asia, right? Or specifically Indian music. So you're all over the map in terms of all the music that you play.
I play with a lot of them. I'm not master of all, but I've stretched over them a lot.
Well, I admire the mandolin playing. I have one too, and people say, you should be able to play that because you play the violin, but that's only the left hand. It has nothing whatsoever to do with the right hand. So,
yeah.
All right. So now your second song. Wow. I actually followed along with the lyrics that you put in the chat today. But I'm still not smart enough to make all the connections. This seems like a really deep song. You mentioned Christ. I didn't really see how. I just don't understand. Can you help a little bit?
Well, that one, the idea, first of all, I don't think it's usually, or it shouldn't be fair for a songwriter to give additional cues ahead of playing the song, because the song's already written, and that's just an opinion of mine of where the song is now that it's written. But it seemed to me when I was writing that there was that the seaweed coming up in these bulks and it had a corpus to it, and that corpus it desiccates when it's put upon the beach, and then but what's there, there's something there that is taken by the roots of the plants that are already there on the beach, so it's absorbed that crabs and all these. The other aspect of it that I absolutely love is that these big ships of seaweed that are coming across are their own homes for animals while it's in the ocean. And, jellies stick to it, there are crabs, there's fish that live in there, and they come along with it as if it's a whole city. And all of that is, I've never heard a song about that. And this is authentic, I think, because it did come from my growing up there and seeing these as I was growing up throughout my childhood, and this is I try to remember things from my childhood, and by putting a lot of them in songs, I kind of hold them there where I can see them.
Well, yeah, that was my next question. Thank you for that because the words were very beautiful and the phrases like they touch you, but I wasn't putting it all. It take sometimes you have to listen to a song a few times, especially one with that kind of depth. So I do
Thank you.
appreciate your elaborating. But again, like I was going to ask you, a lot of the songs that you sing are about your lived experience, but could be from the past, right? That you put together on your present ideas. Is that what you do?
Yeah,
Or
I always try to go to the concrete rather than the abstract as far as the words go. The ideas that you get from them, or that I cause to happen, can be abstract, but I
right.
try to start with what is really there, and those concrete items and images and such. So I don't say I love you that much, but I say, your eyes are a few million miles. That's a Beefheart line, but it's
Well, yeah.
it's to get to the concrete. You can have someone cause to find the abstract in themselves,
Right.
rather
And when
than
you
put
use
it in the abstract in the words, and then it's more cognitive at that point.
right, well, you're also spoon feeding someone because you could have something that's very concrete that people could interpret in slightly different ways also.
Absolutely, yeah.
And so you're opening the door for that as well. Wow. Well, thank you as always for your very thought-provoking and how would I call it? Deep songs. And thank you for your playing. And now we are going to hear from our next performer, and that's not, sadly, it's not Glenn. He hasn't been able to join us. So, oh, sorry, it's Mike Simpson. Your
All right, Mike.
neighbor,
Yes.
Saratoga,
Yeah.
Sunnyvale,
Stone's
okay.
throw away.
That's right. And Mike Simpson is also a host on this show very often. So take it away, Mike. Mike likes to perform. Where did you say you like to perform? Do you want to help me out?
Joseph Isaac's Music Matter Showcase has become one of my very favorites, and not least because it means I get to hear Joseph. And of course, here, Open Mic America has become a bit of a center of my music life. The South Bay Folks is my old stomping grounds. 30 plus years of playing with them live and virtually, and about the only place I play live anymore is in San Jose at Unitarian Church on 3rd Street. A friend of mine named Rick Merritt runs an open mic there that's really it's got the widest variety of performers in it because it allows people, non-musical people read from books they're writing and stuff like that. So anyway, that's most of it. I do some other ones. Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you for that, for all those recommendations. And now let's hear your music.
All right. I'm going to start with one that is entirely factual and based entirely on my life as a younger person. I lived in Redlands, California at one point for not very long, but next door was, I was a really big kid, and that has its upsides, but it has its downsides too. And it was nice. I lived next door to a guy named Lance, and he was a mixture of Hawaiian, Tongan, and Samoan, so he was a larger child as well, and he was a couple of years older than I was, so I thought he was very cool. And he was, and he helped me learn to surf and did things like that. But the thing that I loved most about where we lived was on the next door where Lance lived. His grandfather would come out around 7 o'clock every morning, sit down with his breakfast in a porch swing, and he would remain there until the sunset, pretty much every day. And eventually I got to know him, and this song is to honor all that he gave me. My friend's grandfather was a wise old bird. He'd tip you the sign, give you the good word. He'd tease you friendly like, laugh at the absurd. When you walked by heading downtown, he would say, make your point, show your style, keep the faith and keep your smile. Live your life in a way worthwhile, and remember that starry crown. He'd listen hard, then he'd dog it back. Move your troubles to the top of his stack. Let you run out your worries until they went slack. Sitting on that old porch swing, he would say, oh, make your point, show your style, live your life in a way worthwhile. Keep the faith and keep your smile, and remember that starry crown. That my life changed, and so did my voice. We moved away in a cloud of dust and noise, and I forgot for a while that I had a choice to keep the rules of that porch and stay. Well, so I recall what he would say. His seamed and smiling face so radiant that I'll stray. I'll make my point, I'll show my style, I'll keep the faith and try to keep my smile. I'll live my life in a way worthwhile, and remember that starry crown. Always remember that starry crown. Wanna wear that starry, starry
Oh, wow. Beautiful.
Well, thank you. I'm going to switch switch dandies here. This guy here. And this song is from a song prompt. A friend of mine who's a songwriting instructor I studied under her tutelage over the years, named Cozy Sheridan. We were once having a discussion, and one of the people talked about how being in the folk community and having strong religious beliefs of a certain kind caused her to get a lot of flack from people, and I'm not unfamiliar with that. So we were talking about doing Christmas songs, and is it appropriate to do a Christmas song that mentions, the baby Jesus and things like that in open mics? And we came to the conclusion it depends on the open mic. And so Cozy said, well, what you need to do is you need to write a solstice song, Mike. You need to do that. So I followed her instructions, and here it is. Ooh, my hands are cold. Give me a moment. Tonight we have the winter solstice, the longest night we'll see all year. So little daylight, cold and wintry, could leave a night with little cheer. But despite the many hours of darkness, I've no reason to be blue. I will spend this longest night, this longest night with you. You in the winter night, things are not cold at all. Here in this longest night is the warmest time of all. Here in the darkest time, we light the brightest flame, holding each other through the long, deep dark. This winter night, this chilly winter night, we tame the only affect of the season that we feel is the need for some cocoa and tea. The glittering winter stars just light our way as we go together in the winter night. Things are not cold at all. Here in the longest night is the warmest time of all, the warmest time of all. Here in the darkest time, we light the brightest flame, holding each other through the long, deep dark. This chilly winter night we take. I will spend this longest night, this longest night, this longest night with you.
Oh my gosh.
What a treat. Thank you, Mike. That was absolutely lovely. So on that, for the last song, did you come up first with the melody or the chord progression?
Well, I came up with the lyrics first, and then the other two were simultaneous. I write from a lot of different sources, from dreams where wake up with a melody in my head coming out of my head and rush over here to get it written down, that kind of this. But mostly I write from theory, particularly if you hear these so-called jazz chords. I'm generally working from an understanding of the overall harmonic structure of the song. So I guess you could say chords first in a sense, but there's usually a mix. Like I know I want to do, like in that song, the little, the B flat major 7 to the E flat minor 9, little descending motions. It's more about the overall form of the song. Am I going to move up? Am I going to move down? And am I going to move across? Am I going to use a lot of chords based on the lowest notes on the guitar, or things that are based more on the highest notes of the guitar? So yeah, to answer your question, I don't know.
That's an excellent answer that I think it's what I would expect for someone who really knows what they're doing. That as because you're finding the song, right, as you write it.
Right, you're finding the song, and at the heart of that is, I think you have to. I at least have to, and I don't presume for anybody else, but I have to identify core emotion that I'm trying to do, because I think as a musician, my chief job is to bring the opportunity to feel to the audience.
That I understand that, of course, through what I do, and I try to write. And
yeah, clearly, I mean, I've heard you play a number of times, and that's really at the center of what you do too.
Yeah, I've sometimes among songwriters, I've heard people talk about, well, you can write the chord progression, but nobody hums a chord progression. You hum a melody, and I would agree with that. Although I almost always write from chord progression.
And then the melody is. I differ with that statement that people you say are making. I have to say, I think that if you're getting there, the chord progression, like for example, Tom's Maynard's piece that he did, he's using well-known melody lines, but behind those there are these little moments, these little bits of selection that he's doing in terms of what the lowest note he plays, the bass note that he plays is, and that implies a chord progression that implies, again, reasserts, I should say, the melody. And I think the best sort of songwriting, some of the giants, people like what's his name, Billy Joel comes to mind, where you've got this very advanced piano playing, but he's all about pimping the melody with the chords.
It's
Personal.
and the lyrics. I mean, most often people ask, do you write lyrics or music first? But melody or chord progressions are also two things that have to be written. And the chord progression can support the melody. It can give a hint to where it's going. It can follow it up and give it meaning in the moment after you hear the melody. Or
it makes the space for it.
And the idea of having a center also for a melody to leave and return to is something that the chords can, like a platform game. If you're playing it on a computer, you move from platform to platform. You have a melody that kind of goes around and jumps.
Prince of Cordia.
So, what are you doing mostly nowadays, sir? I haven't seen you in a while.
And we need to get together to do that thing.
Yeah.
For the Dandy guitars. Those two are two of the songs I want to do for that. We're conspiring. Robert Edgar and I are to do a variety of comparisons between the Dandy guitars and other guitars that we own, to show the wonder of those guitars.
Last week, as I mentioned, the week before last, I was in Phoenix, and my brother-in-law, who I mentioned, brought out a Martin that was signed by Willie Nelson, and I got to play this double aught Dandy while he was playing the other. I did make a recording of it and put it up on, and cool. It was very interesting. What Dave said earlier about the mid-range was very evident in that. That the mid-range is where this guitar really likes to promote itself. The other was the volume. My brother-in-law could not imagine the volume and where the loudness was coming from on this. Right. But it was also the timbre of the thing.
That first song that I played is an example of something else that the Dandies do, at least this one that I have does. The OM model that he has made, I don't know if you recognized it, but that song was in an alternate tuning. Yeah. And the lowest string was tuned all the way down to C. So it was drop CG, tuning as it were. But it's not a lot of things smaller than a dreadnought or a jumbo that normally do that very well. But this guitar does it beautifully, and it's partly, I think, due to the three things that Dave mentioned about it. They lead to being able to have a little more flexibility in how you tune the instrument too. So,
yes, absolutely.
Go Dandy.
Yes. Yes, I'm very appreciative of this instrument. It brings something to me every time I sit down with it. It's really nice. Thank you, Mike, and we'll meet again. And yes, let's try to set up a time, probably in the new year.
It'll have to be in the new year. Yeah, for me. Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. We can make something that we can give to Dave so he can hear it also.
And cool. Robert, thank you for your interviewing. All you do for us there. It's good of you.
Same. It's my pleasure. Take care.
Well, thank you, Mike. Thank you, Robert, again. You two are just such great contributors to our show in many different ways. And now we are going to go to Delaware. And Anne Ramsey is going to be taking us home. And I am going to do something right now. Just a minute. Hello. What will happen if I spotlight Anne? I don't think it's going to show up on YouTube. There we go. There she is. Okay.
Here I am.
Here you are. Okay, so this is Anne Ramsey, and she is from Hockessin, Delaware. I said it right. And her favorite open mic in Philadelphia area is Steel City in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania, every Thursday night at the Steel City Cafe. But today she's on Open America for the very first time, and Anne is going to take us home.
All right. Well, it's interesting when you do something for the first time and you're last because you get to hear how great everybody was. It's a little nerve-wracking, but I can handle it. I've done this before. I'm going to play a couple of songs that are actually on my new LP that I just recorded and released in October, and it's called Gallow Glass, and I'm going to do the title track from it second. First, I'm going to do a protest song because why not? I think we're all in the mood for a protest song, I would think. All right, so this one is based on some personal experience because I worked on the Hill under Trump 1. So some of this is based on my own experience and feelings and what was happening in the environment in Washington, D.C., which was troubling because we really felt as federal employees that the public attitude was kind of turning on us, and it was really hard to be there at that time. But I retired in 2020 and left that, but I continued to stay in touch with my pals. And under Trump 2, it's been, of course, even more difficult. So this song is called The Public Enemy, and I leave you to decide who the public enemy is. I gave my best to public service for lesser compensation. The X-Men calls us government surplus, scattershot damnation. The geeks that took the 7th floor and take down our websites want us quickly out the door. They call us parasites. They took my job, they took my role, no common courtesy. But worst of all the things they stole was my integrity. Clutching my Metro card in Starbucks, my phone in dark mode. Everyone knows we're out of luck, the hunters have the codes. My treasured ID badge of honor I hold behind the lies. Only morsels left of meaning, vultures grab the prize. They took my job, they took my role, no common courtesy. But worst of all the things they stole was my integrity. Have the ones I served turned on me? Am I the people's enemy? Democracy, I've been devout. Don't send the hounds to flush me out. I make a dash to Federal Station, but red hats on the train. See my badge identification, I see them pull the chain. The lies have spread, we're all defamed. Media grant us no peace. Impartiality's now a crime. Years run down my cheeks. They took my job, they took my role, no common courtesy. But worst of all the things they stole was my integrity. In our invaded, looted city, honesty's a sin. So we stand and keep a vigil, hold on to truth within.
Oh my
Wow. Wow.
Hey.
Well protested, sister.
I don't think there's a lot of songs like that. It's a new thing, huh?
Okay, so this one is the title track. It's called Gallow Glass, and the word, the origin of the song is really because of this word. I ran across it. My husband and I were in Ireland, and we saw it in a historical museum, and it's a word that means mercenary. And there were Scottish and some Nordic mercenaries that helped the Irish when they were fighting off the English in the 16th century. So why not write a song about the 16th century, right? So that's what I did. And as my friends say, it has a high body count, so it's not for the squeamish. Basically, the entire southwest part of Ireland gets destroyed in this song. And there's also some heartbreak, too. Why not? Anyway, here's Gallow Glass. You served the Earl of Desmond's band, 2 Irish squires at your command, but father wouldn't give my hand to a mercenary with no land. But oh, to see you decked in gear, handsome soldier without peer, swords and axes by your side, when you were called to fight, I cried. Gallow glass, sweet gallow glass, don't forget this Irish lass. You put on your armored shirt, left me in a world of hurt. Queen Lizzie wanted Desmond's lands, to steal all Munster from the clans. Beyond the Pale her forces came, Fitzmaurice stood against her claim. He raised 4,000, hired the rest, 700 gallow glass. In June of 1569, at Cork he broke the English line. Gallow glass, sweet gallow glass, don't forget this Irish lass. To put on your armored shirt, left me in a world of hurt. Next he stormed Kilkenny round, the English trapped inside the town, but reinforcements set them free. Our Irish armies had to flee. Lord Drury and his heartless crew killed women, children, cattle too. No stone nor straw was left unscathed. I had to leave for safety's sake. Gallow glass, sweet gallow glass, where are you, my steady lad? Have they pierced your armored shirt, left you in a world of hurt? The rebel soldiers dead or gone, ruined monsters, maps redrawn. I wish I never came to know what happened to my gallant bow. At Cork the heads of rebel earls were shown on pikes to all the world. On city walls there hung the scraps of 700 gallow glass. Gallow glass, sweet gallow glass, to this day your Irish lass. It's years I've kept your tattered shirt, forever in a world of hurt. Gallo Glass.
Beautiful,
Yeah. Beautiful.
Just gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely lovely.
Thanks.
I want to talk about both of them all the time. I don't know which one I want to start with. So let me go to this. I believe this is your first time with us here. Is that correct?
Yes. I was referred by Bunny Barnes.
All right. Please tell us some about yourself and your musical trip here.
My journey.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I played guitar almost my whole life, but I put it kind of aside while I was working, and then when I retired, I had a friend who's a songwriter, and he, because of the COVID, he wasn't performing, and he was offering lessons. So I said, "How long do you think it would take me to write a song? To learn how to write a song?" And he said, "Oh, you play the piano, you play the guitar, maybe 4 lessons." So I sent him a check. Well, I wrote a song the first lesson, and he said, "Go away, write 100 more." So that's kind of what I did. So I've been writing songs for a little more than 3 years now, and I was discovered or helped along the way by the Philadelphia Area Songwriters Alliance.
Wonderful.
And they have house concerts and song circles and workshops, and so I was encouraged by them, and then recently was introduced to a producer and started recording, and one thing led to another, and soon enough I had a record. So
Oh,
I'm
that's
just going to see
wonderful.
what happens next. I'm going as fast as I can. I did the Philadelphia Folk Festival this past summer, which was a big deal for me,
Uh-huh.
and
Well received, I'm sure.
it was really fun. It was really fun. And I do I do Richard Thompson's song camp every summer, and I also take workshops from Eliza Gilkison and John Gorka. My vocal coach is Sloan Wainwright, so I think I'm in good hands.
Oh, that's a lot of blue blood there. Yeah. I wanted to. 2 years ago, I tried to go to Richard Thompson's song camp there, and a friend of mine and I both tried, and they only had one ticket left by the time I tried. So my friend got to go, but I would love to attend that. Richard Thompson is certainly one of my
He changed my
favorite
life, I got to
songwriters.
say.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
he did mine too, but from a distance. I've heard him several times, and that. For your songs, are those that you have written over the last 3 years? Are these?
Yes, those are recent. Those are, yeah, I wrote The Public Enemy in February, and my producer, I brought it to him, and because we were already working on the record, and he heard it and said, "Let's get this out." And actually, John Gorka said, "You ought to get this out now." So we recorded it in one day, and he mixed it, and we got it out in March.
Wonderful. Are most of your songs historical?
I would say I have a definite leaning. I have kind of an Anglo-Celtic leaning, and story songs are that's my happy place. There's nothing better in my mind than to kind of have people pull up a chair and say, "Tell me a story." So I love to sing story songs. So yes, I have one that's about a Neanderthal who's having a bad day. I have
They
one
probably
about
had more than one.
I have a 17th century thief who gets hanged. You name it.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Well, I look forward to hearing your CD.
Okay.
And do you have where it's available here?
Yeah,
or
I
is
put it in the
coming up soon?
chat. I put a link. It's on all the streaming services. If you look under Anne, no E, Ramsey, EY, you'll see Gallo Glass, and there's 10 originals and one cover. I did cover a Richard Thompson song, and his grandson consented to play the lead guitar on it. So I felt very lucky.
That's so nice. That's so nice. Yeah, there's so much there. So, how about a political question? Where do you think we're heading right now with Trump still very much in office?
I think, I just wrote a song the other day about someday the great will fall down, because it was one of those days when it seemed like everything was crumbling on their side. But every time we think we've got him, we don't. So I think there's going to have to be some kind of crash and burn, and I just hope my retirement it's not among it. But
I understand that.
yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna. I'm very exposed on the Social Security front, so and I have a family member who I'm not speaking to because she's way down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, I have the same. I have a sister who is still backing Trump, and she's been a teacher most of her life, and she is rational, but this goes. I think the brainwashing that he has affected is something.
I think
that
the deadly
before
combination
him.
of that and the Christian churches and the ultra right Christian churches and the Fox News. I think it's just it's been going on for too long now. There's no I cannot talk to people who are in that mode. You can't get through it. So
all of them seem to have a resonant frequency which they share, and it's all there. It's like this horrible rainbow that is.
And when I talk to my friends who are still in the government, it's chaos. There's no rudder. There's no leadership. It's just absolute chaos, and there's no institutional memory.
Yeah,
my biggest thing when I was leaving was I wanted to get as much as possible into the National Archives, and now even they can't be trusted either. So anyway, I'd hate to be negative. That's the last singer, but and I think with the song I was singing about Ireland, we have to realize that that total war, like complete destruction, did not arise with the 20th century. I mean, it existed. There were sieges. There were, like what the British did to the Irish was total destruction. So it's nothing new, and we can arise from it. We can, it's possible for the pendulum to swing the other way.
Well, and after all, with the 20th century and just before it, we have things that help us, like vaccines.
I mean, to me, it's like when I watch a television show from the 60s, like Hogan's Heroes, I mean, that was only 15 years, after something horrendous, and they were like making light of it. They felt confident enough to make light of it. So maybe in 15 years, we'll feel confident to just let this all be, Trump's heroes.
See you there.
All right. I'll meet you on the other side.
Yes. All right. In the meantime, let's keep writing songs and be out on the streets when we can. Take care. Thank you very much. It's lovely to hear you and everyone tonight. But your music is absolutely lovely. I think very appropriate for ending this evening. Thank you.
And what a beautiful set you had, and such a gorgeous voice and guitar playing. Please come back. Please come back. Well, we have reached the end of our show for tonight, and I would like to thank our performers one by one. First, Tom Maynard, Jason Valcourt, Joseph Isaacs, Robert Edgar, Mike Simpson, Glenn, and Ann Ramsey.
And Daphne Ramil.
Well, I can't really thank myself, but
I
appreciate
can,
that.
And I will, and I have.
I appreciate that. And thank you to Laura for doing the engineering and Robert for doing double duty as the performer and the interviewer. And our founder, Capo Dave Williams, who is always working tirelessly behind the scenes to make all of this possible. And remember to check our website out, openmicamerica.com. There's links to all the musicians, to the performances, to archives of shows, to a list of all the venues that we like to talk about. And if you like the show, don't keep it a secret. You can download posters and t-shirts, designs from our website, and check out the local virtual open mics, because this is really about promoting this kind of music all over America. We're always here on the first and third Sundays of every month, so our next show is going to be December 21st, same time, same station, and with a special drawing of a Dandy hybrid guitar. So stay tuned for the next full lineup of performers. Let's see. I'm going to have everybody mute themselves, or I'll help you. There we go. And wave goodbye. And we're going to say good night, America.
If you meet me at the corner of Russell and Albina, just about a block from Mississippi Avenue, I'll take you to a house where they hang carpets on the wall. And if we go there on a Sunday, there's a song I'll take you through.
And we are clear. We